So once we have learned creating table, let's learn how to insert elements or data into the created table. For this, I'm going to go to the beginning to where we have created table and create a new table with name client 2, for example. Enter. Now followed by the column name, say CLINT client number, yes, of varchar data type. Let's say we put the size of the data type to be 40. Followed by comma, then creating another column for client name, followed by again a data type varchar. So varchar here, as we all know, is a data type which can intake alphanumeric data. Alphanumeric in the sense it can take both numericals as well as alphabets at a time. Let's say we put the size to be 60, comma, and client name. The next row we will take client address. With the same data type varchar, let's put it 62, followed by closing bracket, and remember to end the sentence with terminator sequence semicolon. Now type in enter. So this particular sequence will create a table after, and remember not to press execute immediately after you have created a table, because I'll say the reason in the next steps. Enter. Now let's go into insert into commands. Insert into, followed by table name in which table we want to insert the data, client 2, and next followed by the column name, the first column name. Here we have client number as the first column name, followed by a comma, and then client name as the second column name, followed by comma again, and the third column name client at, and then enter. The third step, we know the keyword value where we are going to provide expressions or data into the above represented column names. So before entering values, you must know that in SQL Server, any values to be assigned to particular column, we should put it in inverted commas. So client number, let's say 222, inverted comma close, followed by comma again. Client name, let's say Christian, in inverted commas, and then client address, let's say USA for example, followed by closing bracket and terminating the statement with terminating sequence. Here the one thing you must know is after completion of every sequence, a termination sequence is must to tell the compiler that certain command sequence has come to an end, to give the compiler an idea that certain command sequence has come to an end and it can process into another command sequence insert into. So once we have created insert into, press type in execute. So here you can see the message one rows affected, and at the bottom you can see the query executed successfully. That means one rows affected, one rows affected suggested, or it has filled the first row of the client number with client first row of the client to table with the provided values. Now, if you press the notice carefully that we haven't deleted the create, we haven't deleted the command create table client to, and if you press execute again, it will show errors saying incorrect syntax here 222. Right, this is, or it says now there is already an object named client2 in the database. This is because previously when we have executed the statement, the compiler has already created an object with the client with the name client2. So when you are again going to execute the same set of statements, the compiler will attempt to create one more object following the command sequence with client2. So before executing the other set of statements that you are going to insert in after typing the execute statement, you make sure that you delete the previous commands. So this is must, because once you are provided with a data entry job, and certain clients, certain customers come and you have to replace the data, you should keep in mind that the previous command should be deleted immediately once you have processed them. Otherwise, if with the same client name and the same client number, client add, if you keep the previous commands intact and insert it, these may get replaced and you will lose the old data. So now now once we have so for once we have already inserted these values. Now let's say insert second values. Second values, the values for second row. Now say, let's say 3 comma string. Let's put it in inverted commas. Followed by a comma again, and let's say again terminate the statement. Now execute. So why have you got the same error? Incorrect syntax near the keyword values. This is because you have missed the previous statement. So for entering each and every values, you have to enter the entire sequence again. Remember this. So I'm going to paste it here again. execute the statements. Execute. So one row is affected, one row is affected, so this is typically the first row, and this can be taken as the second row. Now how to check whether the entire data by you have gone to the table and fixed into the row. For this you have a command called select, SELECT, select followed by star and from followed by the table name client 2. So you can see here, the moment I press the relatable terms above here, a window pops up. This is called the intelligence window. This window helps us to quickly select the terms here we have already used before to reduce our time. So you can later switch this intelligent window off if it is a matter of, if you know, if you are facing inconvenience with it, you can switch it later in tools. So followed by the terminate the statement here, and now execute. So now here you can see triple two Christian USA, triple two Christian USA, triple three Austin USA, triple two Christian USA, and triple three Austin USA. So why do you think we already the triple two Christian USA have repeated 2 times? This is because we have already executed this statement along with the create table command. So the first time it has printed along with the create table command. The second time is when without writing the second insert values we have created. This row is got affected at that time. Now we have again executed these two at a time, so these two have showed up here. Now if I type in execute again, we have 2 more rows added, and if I type execute again, we have again 2 more rows added. So this is how the query window works. So remember to delete the previous statements before you enter the new set of statements into the query. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching.